Welcome to the Mujiwara Sketches YouTube channel, buddy. Hey there, One Piece fans. Welcome back to another exciting chapter review. Today, we're delving into chapter 1111, where we're gripped by intense battles and unexpected twists. Fans were very excited for One Piece chapter 1111 because they knew they would have to wait a very long time to see the end of the Egghead Island arc. This part of the story has been nothing less than amazing, and fans agree that it is one of the most exciting parts of the whole series. Since Luffy and the Straw Hat Pirates are up against the world government's most powerful soldier, this battle should be just as exciting as it is. Fans finally got to see more of the Five Elders in action this week. At the same time, they got to see the Straw Hats getting ready for their plan to leave Egghead Island. Lucci's incredible perseverance. People who read One Piece chapter 1111 got to see the end of the fight between Zoro and Lucci, which was a pretty interesting start. Fans thought this chapter would be the end of this fight, and it was, but not in the way they thought it would be. After Zoro's powerful move in the last chapter, most fans assumed that Zoro would have finished Lucci off. That was not the case, though. Lucci made it through and was still standing. While Jinbe told Zoro that the battle was over, the fighter himself thought it wasn't because Lucci was still here. Fans thought this was amazing because it showed that the Straw Hat fighter wasn't as strong as they thought he would be, and that Lucci was a great person. After Zoro's attack, Lucci was still standing and wanted to keep fighting. However, Jinbe, who wanted to leave the island as Sanji had told him to, launched a strong attack and blew him away. Even more shocking was that Lucci stayed standing after Jinbe hit him again, even though he had lost his leopard form. This shows that he is stronger than his fans think. More importantly, this is where Lucci left the fight and Marcus Mars joined. Marcus Mars got all the information he needed from Lucci, making this point clear. Now it's up to the Elder to handle everything during the Leba phase. He wants to get rid of the room where Vegapunk's message is coming from first. Secondly, he would want to take care of everyone in the Leba phase if possible. Luffy and the Giants versus the Elders. Fans also got a good look at Luffy versus the Elders in One Piece episode 1111. More attention was paid to Saint Topman Warcury in this week's part. He combined his skills with those of Saint Saturn and showed off an amazing range of abilities. Last week, no one saw Saint Warcury in a fight at all. Much more attention was paid to him this week by Oda, and he started things off with his strong Conqueror's Haki roar. In response to the Giant's horn, which told them to leave Egghead Island, they did this. Topman Warcury showed off some really cool Haki, and it was pretty much proven that all of the Elders are expert users of Conqueror's Haki. And Warcury's Haki was strong enough to knock Luffy out. Its effects were felt by many, as Marines on nearby ships also passed out. However, the Giants were able to hold him off in a fight. Luffy, on the other hand, used the incredible power of his Gear 5 to attack all three Elders and try to defeat them. Like before, the damage wasn't worth it in the end, mostly because the Elders seemed to remain alive forever. It was brought up again by Oda in One Piece chapter 1111, the Five Elders can't die, no matter how much damage they take. To be fair, they are some of the toughest creatures in the world of One Piece. But what really sets them apart is that they can live forever. That, along with their super strong Haki and amazing yokai skills, makes them some of the best people who have ever lived in the world of One Piece. There is no doubt that fans will see more of these people in the future because they are so incredibly powerful. The escape from Egghead begins. One Piece chapter 1111 was the start of the escape from Egghead Island, which was the most important thing. Zoro and Jinbe almost got to the Thousand Sunny on the Leba phase, but everyone else was already there waiting for them. They are going to start their flight from the island as soon as they get on the ship. During the Fabria phase, the goal is to meet on the pirate ship of the Giants. Luffy, Dory, and Broggy have already started their escape and are now making their way to the ship. At the same time, Sanji and Vegapunk are about halfway to the ship, and Frankie and Bonnie's group is almost there. Of course, it won't be as easy to get on the ship since Vice Admirals are watching it. Still, the Straw Hat Pirates should be able to handle this without too much trouble. This is especially true since the Iron Giant finally moved and said sorry to Joy Boy near the end of the chapter. However, fans already know that the Iron Giant will help the Straw Hat Pirates get off of Egghead Island. The reason for the apology is still unknown. With someone so frighteningly strong, it should now be possible to stop the Elders, and the Straw Hat Pirates should also be able to get away. Egghead Island's ending is coming up quickly, which means that exciting things will be happening in the world of One Piece as the show gets closer to its end. Fans will once again see characters like Shanks and the Red Hair Pirates and Elbaf arc play important roles in the upcoming arcs. Summary and highlights. One Piece Chapter 1111 had intense fights and twists that no one saw coming. It set the stage for the end of the Egghead Island arc. Fans were surprised by how strong and persistent Lucci was. In an epic battle with Luffy, he showed how immortal and powerful the Five Elders are. It was the start of the Straw Hat Pirates' escape from Egghead Island, and it looked like important people would be involved in some exciting events. And there you have it. Chapter 1111 delivers a whirlwind of action, suspense, and game-changing revelations, setting the stage for an explosive finale to the Egghead Island arc. With the promise of exciting events on the horizon and the looming threat of the Five Elders, fans are in for a wild ride as One Piece continues to captivate and thrill audiences worldwide. Thank you very much for visiting the Mugiwara Sketches YouTube channel, buddy. We hope you enjoy our review analysis. Don't forget to subscribe to continue joining us on our joyful journey in the world of anime. If you have any wishes, questions, or suggestions for our next videos, feel free to express your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for your support, and until we meet again. See you next time, buddy. What is One Piece anime? One Piece is a manga and anime story about a young boy named Monkey D. Luffy who wants to be the king of the pirates in the world. As a child, he eats a devil fruit, a strange plant that makes him able to stretch like rubber. Before the show starts, Luffy goes out into the world for the first time and starts to gather a group of pirates. The main group grows over time, but it starts with Luffy, Nami the Navigator, and a swordsman named Roronoa Zoro. At some point, Luffy and his friends are known as the Straw Hat Pirates, and they go on many exciting adventures across the ocean. One Piece is a lot of fun because it's silly. Luffy goes from island to island around the world in the series. Each island has its own setting and theme. It's a pretty fantastical world full of animals that look like people, live skeletons, and other delightfully strange things. Within moments the group is in a winter scene, and the next they are on a tropical island full of giants. The show is full of silly and bright details. For example, Zoro holds a sword in his mouth, a scary military boss wears a cute bulldog hat. And people don't use phones to talk to each other instead. They use special transponder snails that can send and receive messages. Luffy is a carefree person who just wants to eat a tasty meal and laugh at bad jokes. Even though there are some funny parts in the series, a lot of One Piece is about freedom. During his travels, Luffy often takes up guns to help his friends and encourages others to do the same against pirates and government-backed military occupations. The characters in Luffy and his crew get stronger with each fight, which is typical for shonen manga. A lot of the story is about how Luffy beats a problem that seemed impossible to solve and finds some kind of secret power. After each fight, Luffy and his team get stronger and move closer to his main goal, which is to find the One Piece. Why is it called One Piece? The first part of both the manga and the anime shows that Pirate King Gold D. Roger is telling the truth about the mythical wealth called the One Piece. One Piece is the name of the show because Luffy wants to find the One Piece and become the next Pirate King. One of Luffy's main goals in the show is mentioned in the show's title. What is the One Piece? The answer to this question is still one of the biggest secrets in the series. It's been more than 1,000 episodes, and we still don't know what One Piece is. We know that the One Piece is the name of the treasure that Gold D. Roger collected on his travels because of details in the manga. We still don't know a lot about the treasure, though. There are a lot of ideas from fans about what the One Piece is, but we still don't know what it is or even if it's real. The One Piece could just be the friends Luffy makes along the way.